Hi, I'm Sue Solomon from Peoria, Illinois, and this is the Rosie O'Donnell Show. And on today's show, Tony Bennett, WNBA star Suzie McConnell-Serio, and Kelly Ripa. Hit it, John!
She's here and there and everywhere. It's the folks who want to know.
Hello, we're in North Andover, Massachusetts.
We got kids and stuff to do.
We're rocking from Rumson, New Jersey.
Family fun and tips for mothers. Great big size and maybe you.
Lighting a spot from Winter Park, Florida.
Put on your big sit down, get cozy, and hang out with Rosie. Ready on the mic, get set, let's go. It's the Rosie O'Donnell Show.
I'm wonderful.
Very nice to meet you.
It's very nice meeting you also.
I believe I saw you this morning while I was eating breakfast.
I think you did.
Tell everybody why.
I hope you were eating Kellogg's Complete Wheat Bran.
Oh, yes. I frequently eat Kellogg's Complete Wheat Bran.
Well, I'm going to tell you
with a side of Captain Crunch. But go ahead.
No.
Tell everybody why you're on there.
The reason I'm on this box is because I am the recipient of Kellogg's Complete You Can Make a Difference Award. And I'm right here on the back of the box, which will be on your grocery shelves starting in October.
October 1st, today.
Which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Day 1.
Day 1. Day 1. We're going to do something every day to try to alert the women at home about breast cancer and how they can get on top of it and get themselves checked and healthy and stay alive for their families. You're a breast cancer survivor yourself?
I am a 7-year, 3-month survivor.
Way to go, Sue! And did you run in the race for the cure?
I raced for the cure. I actually am, I started working on the race in 1986, the inception of the Peoria, Illinois race. I am a childhood playmate of Susan G. Komen, who the Susan G. Komen Foundation is named after, founded by her sister Nancy.
Yes.
I started working on the race only because it was the thing to do. I lost a very dear friend, and as time went on, I kept working harder and harder. And lo and behold, in 1991, I became afflicted with breast cancer myself. And from that day forth, I just went into it a little bit deeper and deeper. And I would like to mention at this time that breast cancer awareness is not just in October, it's every month of the year, 12 months out of the year, 365 days of the year.
Exactly. Well, we're going to kick it off this month. I thank you for starting it for us. And for information about Race for the Cure, we have a number up right now. And at the end of the show, get your pens and papers ready, because the whole month we're going to be giving you information on how you guys can stay healthy. Thank you very much for being here, Sue. Say hello to John McKee and the McKee Health Team.
Hi, Rosie.
How are you?
I'm really great today.
Good to see you.
And you.
It is October 1st.
Yes. Gosh, where did September go?
Right out the window.
Yes, it did.
Who knew? It flew by.
Who knew? I love October, though.
There it is.
I love the fall.
I do, too. It's actually my favorite time of year.
Great month. Mine, too.
Although
great
in the spring, I think spring's my favorite time of year.
well, it feels good. When
the summer, I enjoy, too.
Summer's good.
The winter, not really fun.
Not so much.
No.
But fall is good.
We got a great show today. You know,
do we ever.
Tony Bennett, who is indescribable. He has a new CD called The Playground, which is sort of kids' songs, but parents can enjoy it, too, believe you me.
Absolutely.
And he asked me if I would record a song on the record with him.
I love that.
And I said that I would. And, you know, we've had Tony Bennett on the show a few times. I never sung with him because he's Tony Bennett.
Right.
You know? Like an idiot. And so I went there and I saw him and his son, and it's a great family, and so we're talking, and we go into record. I put on the headphones, and he's standing 3 feet away from me with his headphones on.
Right.
And he starts singing. And through my headphones, I hear Tony Bennett.
Right.
And it started to freak me out. You know what I mean?
Sure, yes.
Because you forget, that in a way, that, and like I'm listening to Tony Bennett, I'm like, you know, this is the...
I left my
The real thing.
The real thing.
Right.
The real thing singing there.
Right there.
With me.
Right.
Who knew?
What's up with that?
Who would have thought that? But he's here today, and, you know, it was funny because I started to mimic him during the recording.
Oh, yeah?
Not on purpose. Just, you know, because I hear, well, because it was a duet, and I would hear him singing in his very Tony Bennett way, you know?
Absolutely.
And I started doing that, too, like, great guys are gonna glitter. And I thought he'd be, you know, annoyed. He's like, keep doing it, keep doing it. So we had a great time, and it's a wonderful CD.
That's so
We're going to
cool.
sing that song for you today here on this show.
That's great.
Hey, Johnny.
Yep.
You know the X-Files doesn't premiere till November.
I heard that.
Again.
Again.
This is the baseball.
Right. Not fun for you.
And this whole thing with Party of Five and Daphne.
Oh, boy.
Have you been watching?
No, I haven't.
You don't watch Party of Five?
Not recently.
Come on, John.
All right, I'll get on it. No, it's I like the show, but I haven't seen it
Charlie
lately.
got this trampy stripper girl pregnant.
Yeah.
She's like out leaving somewhere, and Kirsten, who is married, but for some reason is always at their house, like cleaning up or packing Claudia's bags. I don't understand where her husband is and why he's not angry. I'm just hoping that Daphne gives the baby to Charlie, and that Kirsten and Charlie get married, and then raise the baby there with Owen, and it'll be like happy family, like was supposed to happen. You think?
Something to wish for.
I think we should start a write-in campaign if that does not happen, because I think we really could make a difference.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
I know you're not.
My son is now obsessed with Superman and Batman.
Right.
He will not call me Mom. He will only call me Batman.
Oh.
And I cannot call him Parker. He will only call me Superman.
Ah. You have to call him Superman.
I have to call him Superman.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, it's like sometimes I forget this, you know. So he's like almost asleep last night, and I'm telling him a story, and I kiss him on the head, and I go, I love you, Boo. And he wakes right up. He goes, not Boo, Superman.
He's convinced.
He is. I don't
love
know.
that.
Whatever. And I hope that he doesn't carry this obsession through Halloween, because I've already purchased the Simba costume.
Oh. Okay.
Whatever.
All right.
You know, when you see those costumes in the store, you got to get them when you see them. You can't wait until the end of October.
Might be
People, go
gone.
get your Halloween costumes now. We have a great show today. Not only Tony Bennett, from All My Children, you know her, you love her, new mom. Kelly Ripa is here. Suzie McConnell-Serio, who plays for the Cleveland Rockers, WNBA. Wonderful story. Really wonderful story. She had played, you know, on the Olympic team, and then she took the year off, was watching the WNBA at home in its first season, turned to her husband, they had 4 children, and said, honey, I think I could still play.
Wow.
And she won the Newcomer of the Year award. She was on the sort of MVP team, where they pick the top players of each team.
Right.
And a wonderful story. She's a super mom.
That's
We're going to have
cool.
her out here. And also my friend Ann, who is a woman who we found out about through the Long Island Breast Cancer Coalition. Her 42-year-old woman, her mother had breast cancer. She had never been for a mammogram because she was afraid to go.
Right.
We found out about this. I called her on the phone. I said, hey, if I go with you, will you go? I went with her. We videotaped it. We have her here today, hoping to encourage you women out there to go get your mammograms during this month. So stay tuned for that. Tony Bennett up first. We'll be right back after this. I'm not going to let you get scared. You're going to be all right. We've got our gown on. We have a little talk about what it's about, the whole thing. There's our cameramen, the guys who will not get to see our boobs, no matter how much you ask. As part of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we're urging all women 40 and older to get a mammogram. You don't have to go alone. Take a buddy and do it together. I got to take someone for her first mammogram. Please welcome my buddy, Ann Dyer.
Rose.
How are you?
Oh, great.
You want the stool?
Oh, sure.
All right, there you go. Here's your stool. How's it going?
Great. I feel wonderful.
You do. You had your first mammogram with me a few days ago.
Yeah, first ever.
Now, you're 43 years old,
Right?
and your mom had breast cancer?
My mother had breast cancer in 1969.
Now, try to explain to people why you never went.
Why? Not the fear of going to the doctor at all. It's a fear of finding out, with my luck, the kind of luck I have, to find out that there's something wrong. I just assumed, that's it, I have breast cancer, so I didn't go.
Right. And even though you knew that if you had breast cancer, it was so much better to know and to get the treatment than to not know, you still chose not to go.
Well, the last time I went to the doctor, quite honestly, was 5 years ago. Well, maybe 6, when my daughter was born. I mean, I go for a regular routine checkup to find out I'm 5.5 months pregnant. Not a clue. Not a clue. See, they're laughing. This is why I don't go to the doctor. This is what...
All right, well, we found out about you through some of our connections through the National Breast Cancer Coalition. I called you up, I said, would you come and get a mammogram?
Is this bizarre? How many people get a phone call from Rosie asking to go for a breast exam?
Well, we did it together.
Okay, she held my hand. She really held my hand in there. I was scared to death.
Tell them to roll it. We'll show them.
Roll it.
All right. How are you?
Oh,
Don't be nervous. We'll get our boobs smushed together. Now, why are you afraid to go?
I'm really afraid of the results, not so much the test.
You're not afraid of the physical pain.
No.
You're afraid they're going to say that you have breast cancer.
Something wrong. My mother had breast cancer.
Yes, as did mine.
Yeah.
So I know the fear, because I have the same thing. Every time I go, I have the anxiety, too. But, you know, if you don't find out, there's no way to fight it. See you later. Getting our boobs squished.
But so you see, my luck, the machine is going to break.
Won't break.
And my ninny's going to be stuck in that machine.
Listen, if your ninny is stuck in there, I'll get it out for you, all right? Hi, ladies.
How are you?
My friend Ann.
Hi, Ann.
Hi.
We're going to get a mammogram.
Good, good.
Do you get mammograms?
I get my tit.
You get your tit? What?
Every year.
Give me a high five on that.
Yeah.
Tell Ann not to be afraid.
Don't be afraid,
I'm really
Ann.
afraid.
Don't. No, it won't hurt. It doesn't hurt a bit.
And it's better to know that you're healthy or that you got a little something to take care of it, right?
That's right.
See, Ann? The ladies everywhere are supporting you. Here's Ann.
Hi. Ann?
She's a little nervous.
I'm
very
nervous.
What's the chances you get hit by lightning 4 times? And you have something wrong today. Very small.
Do you ever go camping and all of a sudden a tornado hits you? Everyone evacuates and you don't realize it's a tornado and you
All right, Ann, be quiet. All right, just be quiet.
Really?
I'm not going to let you get scared. You're going to be all right. We've got a gown on. We had a little talk about what it's about, the whole thing. There's our cameramen, the guys who will not get to see our boobs, no matter how much you ask.
Okay.
All right.
You ready?
Here we are.
Not really.
Okay.
Come on in now.
Very
Here.
scared.
Goodbye,
Bye,
boys. Nice seeing you.
Okay.
See, this is the mammogram machine, everybody. This place right here is where your boob goes.
I'm going to put her breast up here,
Put your
just
boob in
like
there.
that, and then I'm just
Get my
gonna,
face.
I got your face.
Okay, and then I'm just going to compress it.
She's compressing it. Now watch. Keep compressing it. And I'm still talking. Look, I'm talking.
I see.
Okay?
That's as hard as it's
This
going to
is
be
it.
for you.
Sure you don't want to do this for me?
I'm going to do it as much as I can for you, Ann. But it is your boob. We need your boob. Breathe in. I'm right here.
Okay, here we go. You're being a very good patient. You're scared. I know you are.
Now, you want me to hold your hand?
Okay, you need to listen.
Here we go. I'm holding the
And
hand.
what else will you ready? Here we go. Huh?
It's not bad.
Not so far, not so bad.
Okay, here we go.
Hey!
A little bit. A little squishy, right?
Let's see.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on back here, Rosie.
I'm coming back
Okay.
with you. I'm still holding your hand.
All right, Ann, just stop breathing. Don't breathe
Don't
in.
breathe,
Don't breathe
don't
out. Go ahead and
And that
breathe.
quick, it was done. And now you have relief. How does that feel?
Step back.
Maureen is going to go show them to the doctor. We're going to come and talk, okay? Okay. Tell them how you did. How'd you do?
Did great.
She did great. She was not crying. She held my hand.
No, it squished a little bit, and they're standing out a little bit higher, but, you know, I'm feeling fine.
Give me a 1 to 10 on the pain scale for you.
About a 4.
A 4. A 4. And how long did it last? All of what? 3
couple of
minutes?
seconds.
She just had her first
I had
mammogram.
my first mammogram. Well, I did fine with the test.
Good.
The results I'm really nervous about.
Look at that. Look at that, Ann. What did he just say? He gave you the thumbs up. You should cry. I'm so happy for you. You see that? I'm trying to distract you with the blood pressure thing. I'm trying to entertain you while he comes through.
No, I'm not.
Look at that. You have to get whenever you make
Now
me a
I'll go.
promise.
Now I'll go.
Ah. There you go. What about that? You feel relief now?
Relief, God, I feel like somebody, like you're standing on the edge of a cliff and someone pushes you up. Instead of hitting bottom, I just floated right off. It was so easy.
What do you have to say to the women out there who are afraid like you, or what do you say to them?
Well, the fear is there, but go and have it done. It's what a relief. That's no longer in the back of my mind. It's no longer there. And I feel terrific. I feel great.
Now, this Take a Buddy program, we're going to coordinate through the American Cancer Society and through General Motors Concept Cure. We're going to have a phone number at the end of the show today, and every day this month, you jot down the number, you call it up, they will locate a buddy in your area to go get a mammogram with you so that you don't have to go alone and be afraid. Once a week, we're going to have different celebrities to take a different woman who's afraid. Next week, my friend Whoopi Goldberg is going to take a woman who has never had one, who is also at high risk, to go get one. And I thank you, Ann, for being so brave.
What a buddy I
and for
have.
coming and doing it.
It's great. Thank you.
Nice to have you here. Ann Dyer, breast cancer free. We'll be right back with Tony Bennett after Sinatra called him the best damn pop singer in the world, and Sinatra was never wrong. This is his new CD, The Playground. Please welcome the one and only Mr. Tony Bennett. Tony.
Oh, I'm fine. How you doing?
Lovely to see you.
Well, thanks. Wonderful to be on your show.
I had so much fun making the record, I have to say.
I loved having you on the show. It's the record is just fabulous. You did a great job.
I was a little nervous.
Well, you know, that happens a lot, but that's what makes it so good.
Yeah. What did you decide to make a kids' album?
Well, you know, we did this. We won the Album of the Year for the MTV Award at the Unplugged album.
Right.
And it was the Album of the Year. And then everyone went out and bought the record, and a lot of the young people that from the Beatles generation, now they have 2 or 3 children, and they'd come up at the end of my performances on the road, and they'd say, you know, my child is dancing to your record, you know, stepping out with my baby.
Right.
And so that gave me the idea. I said, let's do an album, a dance album for little children.
And there's some pretty amazing kid stars on here. I believe Elmo makes an
Elmo, that's right.
Yeah, it was hard to get him, wasn't it?
It really was. You know, Kermit the Frog, they're very busy. They're always...
Exactly.
They really are.
Yeah. In addition to this, you have a book that comes out in November.
November, yes.
The Good Life.
Yep,
there it is.
My first autobiography, yes.
How did you feel doing it? Was it painful to relive a lot of the stuff you'd been through?
Well, sometimes, you know, I never retrospected in my life. I kind of think of today and then just kind of pre-plan the future. And it was funny because I had to kind of look back at my whole life, and it just fell in like an intricate mosaic, you know, and all of a sudden... I really ended up liking it in the long run. It was quite a...
He's a good guy, this Tony Bennett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to like him.
Yeah. There's a funny story in the book about an elephant that you sort of performed with.
Oh.
Yes, come on, you have to tell it. It's too good. You have to.
The late Pearl Burley, she put it in her book, you know, what happened to me. It was unbelievable. It was up in Reno at Harris. And there's an elephant, Big Bertha, who has it wasn't at Harris, I'm sorry. It was one of the clubs in Reno. I forget now. It's a famous place, actually. Anyway, Big Bertha had a lifetime contract there, a big, giant elephant. She always closed the show no matter what. And I was singing this lovely ballad, and the curtain was closed, and Big Bertha was behind the curtain. And right in the middle of this beautiful ballad, she just passed wind, you know, and the curtain blew open and blew me off the stage. I stayed in my room all week. I was afraid to go out.
I don't know which is funnier, the elephant passing wind or the fact that you were opening for an elephant.
That's right.
I mean, come on, when did that happen?
It's the Nugget. That's right, the Nugget in Reno. That's right. John Esconda's place, right.
How did it feel to have Frank Sinatra said you were the best pop singer in the world.
Well, you know, that changed my life. I was in London at the time, and a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, called me up and said, "Where did you hear what Frank Sinatra said about you in Life magazine?" I said, "What did he say?" And he said, "We're not telling you." So I said, "No, it's going to take 2 weeks before the magazine gets to Britain, and we're not telling you." So I was biting my nails for 2 weeks, wondering, what did he say? When he finally said that I was his favorite performer, it really changed my life.
Really?
For one reason, it just made all the public who were fans of Sinatra's at the time, you know, said, "Let's see what Sinatra's." So it really helped my business like crazy. But beside that, I really had to live up to that accolade. And
Right.
it really taught me discipline, which was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life.
And isn't he the one who told you how to end your show, that you ended your show every time because he called it out from the audience?
Well, that was pretty recent. Just a couple of years ago, he was at the Universal Amphitheater, and I went in just as a fan to watch him. And he was there with the great Buddy Rich's band, and he gave a magnificent performance. And I had no idea that he knew I was in the audience. Someone must have told him backstage, and when he introduced this Alan and Marilyn Bergman song with Michel Legrand wrote it, "How Do You Keep the Music Playing?" He said, "Tony," he said, "I want you to sing this song." So I always ended up closing the show with that song.
A beautiful song it is.
It is, yeah.
We all miss him. I'm sure you more than most, as you were so close to him. I'd be thrilled if we could do our song after the break.
I would love it.
Tony Bennett, The Playground. We're going to do it right after this break. Don't go there.
Rosie will be right back.
Keep your chest at its best. All your friends will be impressed when you tell them that you got your mammogram. Back with Tony Bennett. The Playground is the CD. Who do we have here? Kids who are going to help us?
Yep.
Yeah.
Our backup singer.
Our backup singers. All right,
That's
we're ready
terrific.
when you're
Yeah.
ready. Take it away.
It sounds good, doesn't it? How about everybody doing it? Oh, you can even better than that. Come on. Sing it out. Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Take off that gloomy mask of tragedy. It's not your style. You look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile.
My turn. Pick out a pleasant outlook.
You got it.
Make slap on that noble grin. Wipe off that full of doubt look and slap on a happy grin. Spread that sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face. Take it, kids. Put on a happy face.
Brush off the clouds and cheer up.
Put on a happy face. Oh, take off that gloomy mask of tragedy. It's not your style.
You look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile.
Pick out a pleasant outlook.
Stick out the noble chin.
Wipe off that full of doubt look.
You gotta slap on a happy grin.
And spread sunshine all over the place.
Just put on a happy face. Take it, kids.
Gray skies are gonna clear up.
Uh-huh.
Put on a happy face.
Then what?
Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Take off the gloomy mask of tragedy.
Why?
It's not your style.
Then what?
You look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile.
Oh.
Pick out a pleasant outlook. Stick out that noble chin.
Wipe off that full of doubt look Just put on a happy face. Da-da-da, everybody. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da. The playground is the CD. Tony Bennett. Thank you, kids. Take a bow. Take a bow. We'll be right back with Suzie McConnell-Serio right after this. When my next guest isn't busy playing point guard for the Cleveland Rockers, she's changing diapers, doing laundry, and running after her 4 young children. Please welcome our first Mom Spotlight, this year's WNBA Newcomer of the Year and a real supermom, Suzie McConnell-Serio.
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
Great, thank you.
What do you got there?
Well, I know you're a New York Liberty fan.
Yeah.
But I brought Parker a Rockers ball.
You know what? And he does not have a Rockers ball, so thank you very much.
You're welcome. And didn't want to forget your little girl. Just came out, the WNBA Barbie.
Wow! The WNBA Barbie!
And something else for her that we had made.
Little dribbler Chelsea. Well, that is so nice
So
of you,
that's for her.
Suzie. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I have seen you play. You're an amazing player, and I was very inspired by your story.
Well,
You're the
thank
mother
you.
of 4.
Yes,
You were watching the first season,
right.
and you looked at your husband and said, I think I can do that?
Well, it wasn't that easy.
No.
I had just had my 4th child in May, and the first season of WNBA had started. And I'd watched it on TV. I loved it. Missed it. Thought, what an opportunity that is. Wanted to be able to do that, you know, but I had 4 kids. I had a family. You know, I was coaching a high school team, so I was doing a lot of things that I was enjoying, but missed playing, and we talked about making a comeback.
Right.
And so for 1 year, I kind of trained to try and make a comeback to play at that level once again.
Now, you had played on the Olympic team. 2
I
Olympic
did. I
teams.
played in 1988, won a gold medal, and then retired from that. I thought that was the ultimate dream come true, winning a gold medal. There was no professional league. I retired, got married, had my son, and then made a comeback to play in 92, and then officially retired for 6 years, and then came out of retirement again.
Unbelievable. Now, what did your husband think when you said, I'm going to do this?
Actually, he's the one who encouraged me.
Really?
Because he's a teacher, and so he was off during the summer and would be able to help take care of the children. And he had a lot more responsibility. At night, he would have to watch them when I go train. I relied on my family, my mom, my sisters. They helped take care of my children. And it was a lot of time that I had to put in because we knew what it would take to be at that level. I'd made a comeback once before, and he was great about it. I could not have done it without him.
Now, how old are you?
32.
And that's sort of an older player in the league now?
It is. I
Although
mean, they're
Jennifer
college.
Gillum is a grandma, isn't she?
She is.
She's a grandma.
She's 2 years older than me. I believe she's 2 years older than I am. But there are older players, I think, who just want to take advantage of this opportunity to be able to play professionally here in the United States. And then you have the young players that are coming out of college that are 21, 22 years old that we're playing against every day.
And you won Newcomer of the Year. How did that feel?
It was exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, I had never expected. When I came back, I wanted to play, I wanted to contribute, and being in Cleveland was an ideal situation. But to be honored as Newcomer of the Year was, you know, a very big surprise for me, but I really enjoyed playing in Cleveland.
Now, you always played basketball. Here's you as a little kid. Look at this. She's holding the ball in the middle. There she is. Okay? And then this year, you cut all your hair off.
Well, I started on a boys' team, as you can see. We didn't have a girls' program. So in
Right.
4th grade, I was the little girl, had the long hair,
Right.
and probably played with the Barbie dolls. And in 5th grade, I guess I decided I wanted to be a tomboy.
Right.
And convinced my mother to let me cut my hair short, and I wanted to look like the boys, although I had a different uniform.
Oh, you did? You had a different uniform?
There was a little different uniform. I had sleeves on mine. Got dressed in the girls' bathroom while they went into the locker room, but it was a fun situation.
And here's your family right now. Look there you are, WNBA superstar and wife and mother of 4. How about that? Now, you were coaching a basketball game. You went into labor during the game.
I did.
And what happened?
Well, I was expecting my 4th child, my third child, actually, and it was in February. It was the start of playoffs of my high school team.
There you are.
And my husband and I, as you can see my husband there, coaching with me. I went into labor that morning. We went to the doctors before the game. He made me go to the doctors to get checked. They found that I was in labor, 4 centimeters dilated. They said, you can go to the game. If anything happens, call us. So
Something happened.
So 2 minutes before the end of the third quarter, my water breaks. I get up, I go to the restroom, I came back, I said goodbye to my team, kissed my husband. We decided that he would stay to coach the game. He would finish coaching the game. Believe it or not.
You got to have priorities, Susie.
So I go up.
You had a game, a baby any day, but a playoff game?
That's right.
Yeah.
So my husband stayed, he coached the game, we won. And our game started late because there was a game before us, went into overtime. He was getting nabbed by reporters after the game and was trying to get to the hospital. Made it, and 20 minutes later, our daughter was born.
Oh, so he was there
he
for
made
that,
it.
too.
He did.
Now, your husband and your sister are here, and there's your husband, wave, and your sister, there's your sister. You promised your sister if you ever got on the show, you'd bring her, huh?
I tell you what, my sister would come out. I relied on my mother a tremendous amount. She would come out and watch my kids, but my sister would come out in the morning and allow me to go work out. She would watch my 3 little girls. And she said, Susie, I only ask one thing. When you go on the Rosie O'Donnell show, I am going with you. That's all she said. So to pacify her, never thinking I would be sitting in this chair, I'd say, okay, Patty, okay, all right. And here I am, lo and behold, and I tried to meet you in New York. Knowing you're a New York Liberty fan, I was looking for you at halftime, trying to find you before the game. And after the game, I got asked to do a radio interview, and by the time I got back, you were gone. So.
Well, it would be nice for you to say hello to me, because none of the New York Liberty ever says hello to me, ever.
Well, I will make sure, if you came to a Cleveland Rockers game, you would be big.
I will go to the Cleveland Rockers game.
You got it.
Because I am sick of them not waving to me. I really had it. It hurt my self-esteem the whole summer. Now, we got a jacket for your sister because she was so supportive. And wait, your sister has agreed to babysit for you, which is why we're giving her the jacket, while we're going to send you and your husband, who never get time alone, to Lamont Restaurant overlooking Pittsburgh. And Carrie Limousine in Pittsburgh is going to chauffeur you around the whole night wherever you want to go.
Isn't that
because
nice?
you're a super mom.
Thank you.
Susie McConnell-Serio, super mom. We'll be right back with Kelly Ripa. Don't go away. On Monday's show, the hysterical Steve Martin. Our next guest is one of the most popular actresses on daytime TV. She's been buried alive, run away from home, gotten kidnapped by a madman, and if that's not enough, she just got left at the altar. Take a look.
What's not right? What are you talking about?
Renewing your wedding vows. You can't do that.
Why not? What does it matter to you?
Mateo knows. Tell her. Tell her.
Tell me what?
It's nothing that affects us now. It happened a long time ago.
What did?
Raquel and I were married.
What?
Left by her real-life husband. That's got to even be worse. Please welcome back to the show, Kelly Ripa. Hook yourself up there. You're returning the walker that I lent you for your baby.
17 years ago, yes. And you said you'd need it back for Chelsea.
And she's just starting to walk.
She is.
It's
so
perfect.
It's too late now.
No, it's perfect.
We had to fight Michael for it. He was like, no. He was backstage going,
Mommy. Oh, we'll give him some other toys on the way out.
Yeah, that would be a good thing.
How's it going? How's motherhood?
It's great. Oh, God.
Good?
I love it so much.
Yeah.
We keep talking about having another one. We're going to have another one. But, with one, you're so busy, you really don't have time to do anything more than talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
It's like craziness.
Right.
Everything is crazy. We just moved to the country. So we have like this big house, and now I'm commuting, and I'm commuting to work with the baby in the back of the car, and like everything I listen to is like Barney's greatest hits and Elmo's greatest hits and Pooh's greatest hits, and I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to hear a traffic report. We're stuck in traffic, and the baby, like, he can reach forward and he grabs my hair, and I'm driving and I'm like, get away from me, Mommy said please.
You'll learn this. Move his seat to the other side.
I'm
gotta do that, because then you can see him better.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
you can also reach back and hand juice better with the diagonal.
You know what I do now? I pitch fish.
You do, goldfish,
pitch
right
him
over.
back, pitch him back. French fries and goldfish.
You got like a little seal baby. He's in the back.
Yeah, it's true. That's him. You know him so well.
He's beautiful, boy. He really is beautiful.
We like him. We're gonna keep him.
Yeah, you should. How do you like living in the country? Is it hard to adjust? You're a city girl originally, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm originally from southern New Jersey, but I've been in the city for so long that I had forgotten about things like worms on the grass, and my son is like a city kid. That's all he knows. And so when we moved out there, you know, my husband was like, big backyard. We need a big backyard, big backyard, big backyard.
Right.
And so we immediately put the baby down in the big backyard. He screams and cries and runs onto the pavement. He runs onto, and so now he won't play on the grass. He only plays in the driveway because he thinks he's in New York City, and like, you know, and so he rings the doorbell so we can hear sounds, because we're deep in the country, and there's like things out there. Like, there were things. Yesterday, I was talking on the phone to your producer, and I said, oh my goodness. She said, what's the matter? I said, there is. I said to her like an idiot, there's a stole running across the... Well, a stole isn't an animal. I mean, a stole is something you wear that animals frequently are a part of. But I thought a stole was like...
You saw like a mink?
Like it looked like Phoebe Wallingford. It looked like Ruth Warwick was crawling through the back. I mean, it was like this big furry thing crawling.
And what was it?
I thought it was like a possum hybrid, sort of like raccoonish.
Sloth.
It could have been a sloth, but it was a little fast for a sloth. And then my girlfriend, Ala Karat, who plays Allie, was over for the weekend.
Right.
I'm changing the baby's diaper. I hear, Kelly, there's a wolf in the backyard. And I'm thinking, no, she's mistaken. It's not a wolf. I mean, it's New Jersey.
Sure.
What wolves?
Right.
Sure enough, there's a wolf in the backyard. I've got my baby who is butt naked. He's sitting there. He's pee-peeing everywhere, and there's a wolf in the backyard.
A real wolf?
Yeah, so who do you call? Who do you call? Like what? Like
Wolfbusters. I don't know. Who do you call?
I don't know. I didn't, you know, I'm on the phone, so I called my mother. I'm like, Mom, you know, and my dad just had his gallbladder out, and she's like, let me call your Aunt Marie, your Uncle Dino. Well, they'll know. So she's like calling Aunt Marie and Uncle Dino to see if they know.
In the Bronx?
No, in New Jersey.
Oh,
South
all
Jersey.
right, South Jersey.
Yeah, same difference.
And so did you have to get like animal control to trap it?
No, it took off. And so I sort of, you know, I was like, I'm going to call the police, but then the police are already fed up with me because the second day we moved in there, I set the alarm off, and they didn't know that people moved into the house. And so when I answered the door, I was in a towel with the baby.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything like, you know, something intelligent like, I live here. I answered the door and I said, I did it. It was my fault. It was me. So, like, I'm confessing, and the cop is, like, writing down, like, crazy woman in towel with child confess. And so my husband runs down the stairs, and he's like, we live here. And I'm like, no, it wasn't his fault. It was all me. I did it. It was my fault. And the guy's like, you know, I'm going to have to verify this. You know, there's, like, they're so bored out there because nobody commits any crimes. There's, like, 3 houses. So, like, the whole police force was, hi, Rose. The whole police force was sitting in my front lawn looking at the crazy lady with the towel. Because in the morning, I mean, I'm not glamorous. You know, in the morning, I'm like, you know, like this, and I have a spatula and the baby, and, you know, the baby's, like, naked, and we really look like, you know...
I have to come over. That sounds like a lot of fun on the weekend.
That's our house. It's madness.
Do you have any bird feeders?
No, but I heard about your squirrel problem.
Oh, the joy. I'll tell you with the commercial. More with Kelly Ripa right after this. Don't go away. This is the PMS nail polish.
It's so cool.
Do you know that it changes color?
No.
Okay, see it's yellow?
Yeah.
Can I use your water?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, just wait a second. Just everybody wait 1 second. Here it comes. Orange. Look, orange.
That's
see?
so cool.
Yellow, not in the water, and orange. I'll give you some.
I love
You get it at
that.
Spencer Gifts. You ever go there?
I do. I love it there. They have the, you know, the fart thing. Can I say that?
You did. It's all right. It's okay. We had an elephant fart story before. This will be the fart show. It's all right.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Break wind.
Yeah.
For those of you who are PC, break wind.
Yeah, the break wind machine.
Fart.
Now, Kelly, as you all know, is on All My Children. Haley, watch it. Everyone does every day. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You are a very young woman. You're in your 20s.
Yes.
So you do not have to really worry with no history in your family of breast cancer until you're 40 to get a baseline mammogram.
And no breasts to speak of. So.
Even if you have small breasts, you got to get them checked.
I don't know how they could fit mine into a vice. I don't think.
Trust me, the women who do that are very good at it. They pull, it's silly putty, it's all smushed. It's nice. We wrote a little song, Kelly and I, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We'd like to do it for you now. Ready?
Ready.
Test your breasts. Test your breasts. Check your boobies, we suggest. Grab the phone, make an appointment, let your doctor do the rest. Feel the squish, feel the squash, then you'll go out for a nosh. It won't take long to get checked out. Hey, you sisters, throw your pecs out. Keep your chest at its best. All your friends will be impressed when you tell them that you got your mammogram. Hey, bring your aunt and ma, then just whip off your bra. I'm a pest. One request. Test your breath. Great job. Tell them who's on tomorrow.
Oh, David Spade?
Yeah.
Alice Walker?
Yeah.
And Joe. Oh, my God, Judge Judy?
Judge Judy!
I'm coming.
Hey, you whippersnapper. Zip a lock.
I know.
I'm talking
Hey,
here.
zip it.
Hey, zip
You're
it.
a liar.
What is that gobbledygook?
Baloney.
We don't believe you. What, did I born yesterday?
Her.
We'll be right back. Oh, we won't. We'll be back tomorrow. Goodbye.
Coming up at 5, court documents reveal startling new information about what investigators found at Kip Kinkle's home. State police believe this man may have kidnapped a Mapleton woman, and an Indian tribe's first whale hunt in 70 years stops before it starts.
Travel provided by American Airlines. Together with American Eagle, serving over 260 destinations in 45 countries worldwide. American Airlines, something special in the air. While in New York, guests of the Rosie O'Donnell Show stay at the stylish Four Diamond Le Parker Meridian Hotel on West 57th Street in the heart of Midtown Manhattan.